How's it going, folks? You probably read the title of the video. We're talking about the League of Nations and how I would have booked it. So, for any of you who are unaware, basically the League of Nations were a tag team, and that's literally the nicest thing I can say about it. and they were a team comprised of Alberto Del Rio, Sheamus, Wade Barrett, and Rusev. Okay, those guys are former world champions. Almost all of them are former world champions, but whatever. Seems like it's pretty good, doesn't it? Well, I mean, the problem was with the League of Nations, in my opinion, is they didn't really have like a. My problem with them is that they didn't really have like a goal in mind. Okay, and every team really should have a goal in mind. Okay, for example, take for example Evolution. Their goal is to keep Triple H as champion. DX, their I can't speak. DX's goal is basically to just uh, kill authority figures, basically. And the Shield's goal is basically something justice. We didn't get that with League of Nations. You think that for a team comprised of four dudes, you realize that it's either like, oh, they teamed up to take all the titles, or oh, they came to beat up all the American wrestlers. But no, it didn't really have a purpose. It was really mainly as a purpose to put Roman Reigns over. But I can do it better. Okay, so first of all, there's one priority I have to have if we're going to book this. We're not going to have any foreign heels. None. Okay? Zero foreign heels. Why do I say that? Well, because the foreign heel gimmick has kind of died at this point. We've kind of moved past this at this point, honestly. Maybe foreign heel gimmicks were a good way to draw heat in the 70s, maybe. So, why would it work in 2015, let alone 2019? That's kind of the thing. Anyways, so basically, here's how I would book it. So basically what happens is that Sheamus, for example, is going to be on like a tirade. He wants to capture a lot of championships, all right? So what happens is that Sheamus says, "Hey, fellas, I got a bunch of dudes that are going to help me out here. Just saying." And of course, we'll just say that they're Rusev, Del Rio, and Barrett. Okay. Also for Barrett, keep his bad news gimmick. Okay, that's genius. Okay, keep Barrett's bad news gimmick. So indeed, at Survivor Series. Okay. At Survivor Series, the plan is that Sheamus, of course, still wins Money in the Bank. He's still Money in the Bank winner at that time. All right. And we'll say that the main event, okay, is basically Dean Ambrose versus Alberto Del Rio. Okay. Ambrose wins, and however, Del Rio hits Ambrose with the Enziguri. This allows his leader Sheamus to cash in the Money in the Bank contract and win the championship after a bro kick. The League of Nations are celebrating, like, yes, we did it! Our leader is now the champion! And after the show, they're like, yeah, we won the big belt. Yeah. Of course, what happens is that Roman comes out, he says, eventually what happens is that, hold on. Kalisto, I guess, comes out and says, Ambrose comes out and says, all right, I want my title rematch, and you're going to like it. However, Kalisto comes out, and he's like, can I have a title match too tonight? And obviously the audience is thinking, oh crap, he's going to get killed. So Sheamus is like, you want this, Del Rio? So indeed, we have two matches tonight. The first match being Del Rio versus being Del Rio and Kalisto, and then we have Sheamus and Dean Ambrose in the main event. So here's kind of what the matches are going to end up. Del Rio is able to win the U.S. Championship, and Sheamus retains the championship. So the next week, what happens is that they're all holding their championships in the air, and they're like, yeah, we did it. We have another championship in our records. And then what Del Rio does is he smashes the U.S. Championship. I guess to stay true to the League of Nations. And instead, he unveils the Mexican Championship. Yep. He basically says that people aren't worthy enough to see a U.S. champion, but they are worthy to see a Mexican champion. There we go. So indeed, we have the WWE champion and the Mexican champion, as I'll call it from now on. So basically, what instead happens is that eventually, Wade Barrett and Rusev think, hey, I want to run the tag championships. So eventually, they get into a feud with the New Day. So eventually, Rusev and Wade Barrett go up against Xavier and Kofi, I guess. That'll work. So basically what happens is that an old tag team by the likes of hold on. So Edge and Christian come out, I guess. And what happens is that they say, whoa. You can't have I was talking to Stephanie and Triple H, and they said, hey, we want a special guest referee and an enforcer for this match. So we accepted. So the Edge and Christian are now going to be Edge being the referee and Christian being the enforcer. Yeah. So basically what happens is that at TLC, the pay-per-view is set up like this, okay? Sheamus versus Ambrose, once again. And then we have Del Rio versus Kalisto for the Mexican Championship. Then we have Barrett and Rusev versus Xavier Rhodes and Kofi for the tag titles. So what happens, you ask? Well, what happens is this. First things first, the Mexican Championship match. Del Rio, I'm going to make Del Rio in this one for reasons that don't matter. And we have the Tag Team Championship match. This is where I get into it. What happens is that Edge and Christian, the New Day, are so close to retaining until Edge stops counting. From out of nowhere, Christian ends up blowing. He blows Xavier Woods and the Flopper Daughters, allowing Barrett to hit a bullhammer and win the match. That means Edge and Christian have joined the League of Nations. Yep. You're probably thinking, Noah, why are you putting Edge and Christian back in the ring? They're gonna get killed. No, they're gonna be their managers. I think, and this is just my opinion, I think Edge would be a fantastic heel manager. That's what I'm doing here. And of course, Sheamus is gonna win with a bro kick to Ambrose, of course. So yeah. Well, I mean, that's gonna be part 1. Part 2 will probably come in tomorrow. So hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Bye.